So how do you put tow hooks on the 2019 Ram 1500? Let's find out. So first things first, when you get this thing up, you want to take this inner fender well plastic off so you have some work room to get your hand in there and you know, do the work you need to do. So all these retainers, all these screw retainers on this panel are 8mm, so get out your 8mm socket and take these all off. So as you read your paper, there's 2 screws on the top here and 2 retaining clips on the bottom. Take those 2 retaining clips on the bottom off of this little piece in the front, this molding, and then take the screws on the top off. Super small and tiny area, so use a super small socket. This is also 8mm. Then you want to slide out these screws. These little screws with a square on the bottom. Just pull those out. Pop it out. So this is the bolt you're going to reuse, and it comes down and there's going to be a super small retaining washer on it that you have to pound this bolt out of. I found that on a forum. It doesn't say that on the directions, so undo this, pull it down until it stops, and then we're going to put a crescent wrench on and pound it down until we can get it out of there off of that super tiny thin washer. It's kind of like a retainer washer. So you can see there, it'll drop down and stop because of that retainer. You can see that retainer washer right there. So go ahead, get that off, and you're good to go. I just took some tin snips, snipped the one area off, and took it off. So the one reason that you want to keep that bezel is because you want to carve out the middle part of it with a Dremel. As you can see, this just looks horrendous. There's no molding, and when that just sits in there, it's going to look pretty disgusting. So we're just going to take a Dremel and Dremel out the middle part of this bezel. So what you're going to do with this bezel is you're going to turn it over, you're going to take your Dremel, and you're just going to go around the outside, just like this. That way you have this bezel to hide all that nasty crap. Then you're going to position your tow hook in here. This is 18mm. I should have told you that earlier. And this one is 13/16 is fitting on there. Let's see here, 13/16. So put those on there nice and tight. So there it is, pretty easy, minimal tools involved and honestly minimal time involved. If you don't cut out the bezels, this is what it'll look like right here. You can see that. Still looks decent, but if you cut those bezels out like I want to do, it'll just look better. My Dremel broke down, so I put this back on the truck so I can run out to Home Depot and grab another Dremel, and then I'll get back to that. But if you guys have any questions or anything, let me know. And until next time,